So if you can take advantage of that dip when it returns back to that 120 and you're already up 50%, that's a pretty great place to be. If I told you you could buy any stock here, 50% off today, you'd probably be like, oh, I don't know the stock, but I'm fairly interested. And so I would say, or 30% off, and that's really where silver is right now.
And so there you have it, folks. Gold and silver. A couple of I know you've covered it in our brief discussion here, but just to leave it with this, what's just bullet pointed out a couple of three of the main reasons, the call to action to be in gold and silver at this particular, especially this time in history. What would
Yeah.
those couple of three bullets be?
Yeah, I would say the first one, the most obvious one, is we are going through one of the most tremendous economic shifts in history, and not one person knows exactly how that will go. Period, full stop. I mean, well, maybe with the exception of our president, Donald J. Trump. With the exception of him, not a single person knows exactly how that will go, exactly how markets will turn out. So there'll be a lot of uncertainty there, and likely much more likely than not, there will be a tremendous amount of turbulence, uncertainty, and things will get bumpy as they do. And so, if we are in the middle of this, why would you put yourself in some of the most precarious positions imaginable, that being stocks, bonds, the paper world, fiat? Why not take a break from that system while this transition occurs? Because, as with Noah's Ark, at any point, Noah could have jumped off the ark if he really wanted to. If it didn't rain, he didn't have to get on it. But once it started raining, we know that the ark doors were closed and no one could get back on. So I always say better to be safe than to be sorry. So that would be my first point here is let's be safe rather than sorry. Because again, if you get into gold and things end up not as bumpy as we might imagine, then you've lost nothing and you've protected yourself. You were too careful.
Mm-hmm.
Point one. Point two, I would say you've got a tremendous entry point here in a way that people haven't really had. You can get silver today. I mean, according to spot price, it's about $88 as you mentioned. So that's a lot better than that 120 that other people were having to fight and claw and get into. So if you can take advantage of that dip when it returns back to that 120 and you're already up 50%, that's a pretty great place to be. If I told you you could buy any stock here, 50% off today, you'd probably be like, oh, I don't know the stock, but I'm fairly interested. And so I would say, or 30% off, and that's really where silver is right now. And then the third piece here, talking kind of about the metals themselves, the demand for these metals. The old saying is buy what the banks are buying. The demand for these metals is off the charts. For silver, largely obviously industrial, but some fiscal use as well, but largely industrial. And we've talked about that in the past. We're on the sixth straight year of a silver deficiency in terms of production versus usage. So that's not going anywhere anytime soon. And then on the gold side, the fiscal banks, that's Russia, China, India, the United States, buying gold at record numbers month over month, year over year for the last several years. So three things to summarize. One, protection, the timing, the safe haven over the coming transition. Two, the entry point. And three, the demand. Those would be the three keys I would say are the reasons here to enter metal in the immediate future.
Thank you. So saving, I say this all the time. I'll close out with this. Saving America and saving your financial picture is not a spectator sport. It requires action. So, we've learned a lot of points here from you, Bill. Thank you. But really, we can't underscore what's happening to the level that it's happening at has really never occurred before. The entire financial system in modern days, as we know it, completely being shifted. And with all the information that you've shared and some of our other guests on the broadcast, it's time for action, folks.
The global financial reset is underway and happening now. The battle rages on with competing parallel systems. The current deep state Federal Reserve Central Bank system and the system President Trump and team has developed. While the dawning of the golden age is upon us, we are presently in the danger zone through the reset transition.
Join me and my prominent guests every Wednesday live at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on JMC Broadcasting's backup Rumble channel on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Sign up for JMC's free weekly war report, including notifications of when the Global Financial Reset Show is published. The future is bright, and it belongs to us, not to the global elite.
Global Financial Reset. Only from JMC Broadcasting.